everyone. Today I'm talking about the Catholic or Protestant Reformation, depending on how you want to name it. And first off, we need to understand what the Reformation was. It was a reformation of Catholicism led by a man, Martin Luther. Not Martin Luther King, like you might be thinking, or just Martin Luther King Jr. None of those. His name was just simply Martin Luther, which that's the reason why the term, any Catholic that wasn't Orthodox just Orthodox or Catholic, they were known as Lutheran Catholics. But now that we're done with that, we're going to get into the bones of the Reformation. First off, the Reformation began in Germany. And it was the ideal of the Catholic Church was ran by workers for Satan. They were against all holiness, and as well they were basically a monopoly across all of Europe, and they were the first. They owned a third of all the land in Europe, and they were pulling extreme amounts of money out of the economy of many nations. Now, this is the reason why this left many people enraged and unhappy. And that's the reason why denominations that we now call Protestants and Baptists came into existence, because they were tired of the Catholic Church, they disliked its rule, and eventually they came to the ideal that if we get rid of the Catholic Church, there you go, the nations will be better off, and so on and so forth. But as well, we have to think about, what did the Protestants believe? Now, the Protestants, unlike the Catholics, instead of believing in the central church, they believed in a church that was completely centered around the nation. And as well, another reason why it mainly protected monarchist governments was because the governments that became Protestant, the beliefs in Protestantism was that the prince, king, or queen was put into power by God, which that was a pretty easy way to keep people from getting rowdy. And the Protestants were virtually in Scandinavia, the British Isles, and there were some reformed heresies in France and some in Iberia, although those were suppressed. And as well came along with denominations we probably would now call Pentecostal, I guess to some extent just Protestants in general, and Baptists and other types of Baptists, which that's the reason why we have so many denominations of Christianity. Can't speak. Christianity today was because of this first beginning of the Reformation set off a dominoes effect for the stronger empires in the world to abandon the Catholic Church, which was virtually just a big bully in the world at the time. Not saying it's necessarily anything wrong with that, but you know I'm demonizing the Catholic Church, but
stop.
No.
Come on.
Okay. But that's the reason why we see many Baptists and Protestants here in the New World. First off, that's because we, as a people, we were settled by the British and by the French, which had a lot of Lutheran Catholics, just like a lot of old world empires did. Virtually that's what it came to be. And that's the reason why Catholics are a minority in just Christendom in general. And I guess that's all I could really say. I'm running out of time, so see you guys. Blah blah. Protestantism. You guys go be hateful and send me hate mail in the comments. Bye.